Kabiyesi, the Deputy Chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I say good afternoon to you all. As you have been told, my name is Shino Lorimekon. I worship in the DCM of Ayoni. I practically endorse the conclusion of the last speaker, that there is no success story anywhere. We only have a journey that we have embarked on. And I think it's only the dead can examine or evaluate and say whether they have a success or otherwise story. I graduated in 1987, and my humble self and some others, including late Dr. Beko Razonkuti, Mr. Femi Falana, Lanre Arobudade, established an NGO called Committee for the Defense of Human Rights in 1989. That NGO has a single objective, which is to promote fundamental human rights in schools, workplace, police station, prison, and the courts. In 1989, Nigeria was under the full-fledged of military regime. I can recall that late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe called us madmen who wants to fight military men with guns with bare hands. But our madness, as was noted by Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, continued, and we were busy educating, enlightening Nigerians about their rights. That took me to many parts of Nigeria. It took me to many places that I never knew then. And at the end of the day, we became champions in the minds of people. You will recall that there was a coup in Nigeria in 1990. That coup shook Nigeria to the foundation. That General Babangida has to relocate from Lagos to Abuja. The coup plotters took the guns to his bedroom. They sprayed his bed. If he was on bed, there is no doubt that I would have been late. His ADC was consuming that food. They call him UK Bello. We gave helping hands to those roped in the coup. You will also recall that in 1995, there was also a coup in Nigeria. We also gave helping hands and support to the alleged coup plotters. That General Dia, General Adisa were involved in that coup, they are all history today. I was one of the few Nigerians who said rights must be promoted irrespective of the offense you have committed. I also don't need to remind you that at that time many journalists and university lecturers got their rights abused or got their job cut down. I also have many friends that today they are back to the university or they graduated because of the assistance the organization I belong to gave them. One of them is Ebun Adegoruwa. He's a successful lawyer. Today we are at different paths. Ebun is one of the lawyers assisting the people living in Lekki Axis, where Lagos State government insisted there must be a toll gate. Very soon, another toll gate is coming up in that end. People are already paying one. Ebun is against the toll gate. Another lawyer we assisted is Nuruddin Ogbara. This lawyer also had the university certificate withdrawn from him, but my organization went to court. There is a lady in the United States, her name is Tola Dokuo, and she was in either Plateau State or Nasarawa State then, when she was deprived of her qualification, certificate by one of the College of Education where she went. We went to court for her, and she got her certificate reinstated. She's doing her life successfully in the United States. I know Olusegun Mayegun, who is a former NANS president. His NYSC certificate was being denied because of his radical posture. We went to court and say NYSC has no right to withhold his certificate. He is doing well. He is very close to the governor of Osun State. And these are some of the people who have restored hope in their life through the NGO I belong to. I also want to say that through the work of that NGO, I've been able to partner with the United States Embassy for almost 15 years. I have partnered with United Kingdom High Commission for almost the same year. And through that NGO, I got to know an international endowment called National Endowment for Democracy, United States. And for those who don't know, I also want to say that this NGO, the NED, National Endowment for Democracy, or perhaps let me put it this way, how many of us is aware of Channels Television in this auditorium? I'm seeing one or two hands. The beauty you are seeing in your home by watching channels may not have materialized without that National Endowment for Democracy. Like the last speaker said, Channels has a dream, but that dream can only be best actualized with money. They approach National Endowment for Democracy, and today, Channels is a successful story in Nigeria. There's also another NGO that I partnered with. It's called Westminster Foundation for Democracy here in the United States. At a time, they spoiled my NGO with money that it appears money was not our problem. The NGO I belong to, the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, I can say it was one of the few NGOs that ended up being the landlord of themselves. Our property is located at Adeni Jones in Kenya. We did not dupe anyone. We were not involved in 419. We only got that building through hard work and partnership with these NGOs I've mentioned. So if you don't have a good proposal, no rich man will put money in your hand. Money can only be put in your hand if you have a good proposal or a business plan. My story with CDHR gradually came to an end about 3 years ago when I took up another assignment with the Lagos State government. The assignment I take up with the Lagos State government is to promote traffic safety in all schools in Lagos State. And I'm made to understand that there are about 4,000 schools in Lagos State. The tax have not taken us to half of the school we have in Lagos State. Yet, they look at me as a superstar in Lagos State Secretariat. If you have listened to the recently launched traffic radio, it's one of our initiatives that if you really want to reduce crash on the road, accidents, what people call accident, I prefer to call it crash. If you want to reduce it, you need to make education, information available to road users. Otherwise, you have a long way to go. And almost every day, one of my tasks is to evaluate the output of the Lagos traffic radio, which is the first, not only in Lagos, not only the first in Nigeria, but also the first in West Africa and the first in Africa. These are initiatives that I've done with other persons to put smile to other people's face. And the reality of it is that Even be working with an NGO, I have been paying all my bills. When I was going to the registry about 17, 18 years ago, I left a 3-bedroom flat to go to the registry. I have never lived in a one-room apartment. I have never lived in a room and parlor. I have never, since I got married, I have been using a gas cooker with oven. I have never lived in a house where there is no washing machine. All I'm trying to say is that your bills can be foot if you have a vision of what you want to do. There is this impression that it's only when you work in a bank, you work in Nigeria breweries, or you work in Guinness that you can live a good and better life. I'm not a rich man, but I can tell you I am not poor. Even if I don't have £1 million cash in my bank account, I can tell you I'm a millionaire. If you look at my library and you evaluate my library, you can easily agree that Shina Doremiko is a millionaire. I have ceased to be paying house rent more than 11 years ago. Yet, I did not work in a bank, I did not work in any multinational, I was only pushing people's common interest, which I call fundamental human rights. Courtesy of my job, I have traveled to the extreme part of the world. I've been to the United States. When people were struggling to get US visa, it cost me only my passport photograph, not international passport, just my passport photograph, black and white. That was what it cost me to hand a US visa and to travel. I have been to South Korea, which is the other end of the world. In fact, I spent just few days in South Korea. My per diem, my allowance, made me to smile home and told my wife, let me know your needs. I'm ready to meet them. Courtesy of what I'm doing, I've been to Ghana several times. I've been to Germany. I've been to France. There is no 5-star hotel in Nigeria that I have not slept, had a program, or have not had mail. I was so excited at the time I got to Presidential Hotel Enugu, and I said, please don't call this Presidential Hotel again. Better call it Chancellor Hotel. Most of these benefits, I don't pay for it. Somebody else is paying for it. And as I'm still speaking to you, I partner with Amnesty International. In the last 3 days, I've been busy reading the annual report produced by US State Department and rendering suggestions to them on how to improve. I regret to say this, some of this job I do, I don't get paid for it. No cash for it, but I have reputation. And my reputation is giving me the benefit of saying I am a successful person in the country I find myself. Thank you very much.